The cafeteria of Celestial Academy buzzed with the usual chatter of 100 different species, each speaking in their native tongues through universal translators. Alexander sat with his cluster of friends, all Xanthari, with their crystalline skin that refracted light into rainbow patterns, and watched the new human student with predatory interest. Anna had arrived 3 cycles ago from Earth, that infamous death world in Sector 7. She was small by galactic standards, barely reaching the chest height of most species, with dark hair pulled into what humans called a ponytail, and eyes that seemed too aware, too calculating for someone who should have been intimidated by her surroundings. She sits alone every day, Vexus. Alexander's closest companion shittered with amusement. His crystalline fingers drummed against the metal table. The Deathworlder has no friends. Perhaps we should welcome her properly. Alexander's lips curled into a cruel smile. The Xanthari were known throughout the galaxy as intellectually superior, their civilization spanning 3 star systems. Humans, on the other hand, came from a planet so hostile that most species classified it as uninhabitable. Gravity twice the galactic standard, predators at every level of the food chain, diseases that evolved faster than medicine could counter them, and weather patterns that could kill within minutes. Yet somehow, humans had not only survived, but thrived. It was an insult to natural order. "Let's see how tough Deathworlders really are," Alexander said, standing. His gang followed, 6 Xanthari students who had made an art of making the weaker species miserable. They surrounded Anna's table. She didn't look up from her datapad, where she was reviewing xenobiology notes. "Hey, human," Alexander said, his translator rendering his words in perfect English. "You look lost. Did you forget which planet you crawled from?" Anna's eyes lifted slowly. There was no fear in them. That should have been Alexander's first warning. "I'm studying," she said calmly. "Please leave." Vexus laughed, a sound like shattering glass. "Please? Oh, she's polite. Tell me, Deathworlder, is it true your planet has carnivores that hunt humans for sport?" "Yes," Anna replied simply. "We call them bears, big cats, crocodiles, sharks, venomous snakes, certain jellyfish, hippos, Cape buffalo, elephants when provoked, and several species of spiders and insects." Should I continue? The list made several nearby students stop eating. Alexander felt a flicker of something. Was it unease? But pushed it down. "Your planet sounds like a nightmare," he sneered. "How did a weak species like yours ever become spacefaring?" Anna closed her data pad with a soft click. She stood, and despite being shorter than every Xanthari present, something about her posture made Alexander take an involuntary step back. "Weak?" Anna's voice was quiet, but it carried. "Let me tell you about weakness. Your species evolved on a planet with 0.6 standard gravity, an atmosphere so stable you've never experienced a thunderstorm, and where the most dangerous predator is the equivalent of our house cat. Your bones are crystalline structures that refract light beautifully but shatter under standard gravity without exoskeletal support." She took a step forward. Alexander and his friends took a step back. "Humans," Anna continued, "evolved running down prey until it died of exhaustion. We survived ice ages, plagues, and predators specifically evolved to hunt us. We learned to throw objects with enough force and accuracy to kill at a distance. We domesticated wolves pack hunters with jaws strong enough to crush bone and made them our companions. We looked at the ocean, the most hostile environment on our planet, and said, 'I'm going to sail across that.' The cafeteria had gone completely silent. We climbed to the tops of mountains where the air is too thin to breathe because they were there. We split the atom. We stared into the abyss of space and strapped ourselves to controlled explosions just to see what was out there." Anna's eyes locked onto Alexander's. "So when you ask me about weakness, understand this? I am from a planet that tried to kill my species every single day for millions of years. We didn't survive. We won. Alexander's crystalline skin had gone pale, the light refracting dimly. He tried to speak, but found his throat dry. Now, Anna said pleasantly, picking up her datapad, I was trying to study for our xenobiology exam. I suggest you do the same. Section 7.4 will definitely be on the test, the one about DEATHWORLD adaptations and why species from high gravity, high-pressure environments have superior bone density, muscle efficiency, and stress response systems. She smiled. It wasn't a friendly smile. Or you can keep bothering me. But I should warn you, humans have this thing called adrenaline. When we're threatened, our bodies flood with a chemical that lets us ignore pain, lift objects many times our weight, and react faster than our conscious minds can process. It's a survival mechanism from our death world. Anna leaned in slightly. And you've been threatening me for 3 cycles now. I've been very patient. My adrenaline hasn't kicked in yet. You should probably leave before it does. Alexander stumbled backward, his friends scattering like crystalline leaves in the wind. The cafeteria erupted in whispers and scattered applause from some of the smaller species who had suffered under Xanthari bullying as Alexander fled. He heard Anna call out cheerfully, "See you in class." That night, Alexander filed a formal request to transfer xenobiology classes. When asked why, he simply wrote, "Incompatible with human students." The administrator, a wise old Draken, who had seen thousands of students pass through Celestial Academy, chuckled and denied the request. In the comments, she wrote, "Perhaps it's time you learned what the rest of the galaxy already knows. Never underestimate a human. They're from Earth. Earth doesn't raise victims. It raises survivors." Anna aced her xenobiology exam. Alexander passed with a barely acceptable score and never made eye contact with a human again. And in the cafeteria, Anna continued to sit alone, but now it was by choice, not circumstance. Because everyone had learned an important lesson. The girl from the death world wasn't a target. She was a nightmare waiting for an excuse. The end.